And then our last topic.
Indeed.
Our last topic,
Hit
we
me.
are going to talk about the different game modes in MOBAs, because I'm finding that Dota only has one game mode right now. Well, it doesn't have one game mode. You can play as, random draft or, captain's mode or something like that. But it's all one map. So what I'm more talking about different maps that you can play in games rather than different modes like that in Dota. And I really feel like Dota is dropping the ball there in a big way, because there's no custom games or anything. They're coming. People are creating these custom games like Pudge Wars on the side, which are really awesome to watch. And
Brian's gonna love that.
Oh, well,
if everyone's Pudge, it's fine.
Yeah, if everyone's Pudge,
no,
it's a little
it's
bit
not.
different.
It's
Yes, it is.
It's terrible.
But I mean, custom games were my favorite part of Warcraft 3. It's why it's why I got into playing Dota in the first place. I really liked Angel Arena back in Warcraft 3.
Tides of Blood.
I loved it. So, I mean, the tower defenses like Soldier TD were my favorite. But I mean, those types of things are missing in a lot of MOBAs, but they're not missing in League of Legends has the best, I would say, and Smite. Yeah, Smite has a lot of really awesome game modes, and Infinite Crisis has 3. So, I mean, let's just talk about that, and if we think that that's important, because obviously, Dota is the biggest MOBA in the world right now, but it has one map. So, do you think that we need these additional game modes?
So here's the most insane thing to me about Dota 2. Last year during Frostivus, they had a new mode with a new map where there was a centralized location, and waves of enemies came in from the outside, and you defended them, and you had to think differently about how you played Dota.
Yeah, that was fun.
Not only because of the new map, but because they modified some hero skills. It was awesome. And presumably, a team of people designed that and spent hundreds of hours making that and fine-tuning it, making sure it worked. And it looked totally different because they changed the aesthetic of the map to be all wintry and icy. It looked great. And then it went away forever.
Yeah.
It's gone. You can never play it again.
And Dire Tide.
Yeah, what is it? Yes! Oh, God, where you hunt down the little grevelings? Mm-hmm. Yeah, those modes are just gone forever.
That's a great point.
Why?
Yeah, why do you think that is?
Tell me, Brian.
Mean, they were linked to
Why did you do that, Brian?
Why did I do this? They were linked to specific events, like the winter one was
Christmas.
Skeleton King turned into Wraith King, and there were bonuses for playing, but it's, as you're saying, it's still super well designed. Mm-hmm. What I want more, I don't really want other maps. I don't care.
Yeah.
Dota is one map with infinite interchangeable parts, and I'm never going to know them all, and so I'm never tired of it. It's sort of like when Counter-Strike players will play DDoS 2 forever.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's the only map they'll play. But what I do want is, after a really stressful game, I want to play something that doesn't matter as much.
Yeah, totally.
That's what I want. I don't want another thing to try to get really good at.
Yeah, I don't want another Dota map that is 3 lanes, or even is lanes, towers, ancients. I don't want another map that is just the same thing. I loved Frostivus because we got to do the same, a totally new game mode.
Yeah,
in a new place. It was great.
That's the really appealing thing about Dominion and ARAM and League of Legends. It's after you play on Summoner's Rift and you get really into a game for 40 minutes or something, win or lose. It's I need a break from this, but I still want to play League of Legends. I'm going to go play a 20-minute Dominion match or ARAM, and that's what I think is definitely appealing about having these side game modes. But I mean, those game modes are fun on their own too. So I really like that there's those options.
Yeah, and I'm sure there are people who play just ARAM or just Dominion.
Mm-hmm.
There's an entire layer of complexity for people to discover there, as opposed to this incredibly overwhelming, challenging thing of 3 lanes and all these towers.
And I mean, other games like Heroes of the Storm have 3 different maps where your ultimate objective is still to take down the other person's base, but there's different side objectives in order to get through, in order to help your team or to put the other team at a disadvantage or something like that. And I find that those really make that game a lot different than any other MOBAs that are out right now. And I hope that that's the trend moving forward, and it seems to be that way with some of the upcoming MOBAs that I've played lately. What do you think of different game modes?
Oh, well, it's definitely a plus. Like, it just blows my mind that a game that was founded from a custom map doesn't have custom map support itself.
Yeah.
Like, and Valve is totally the company that should do it because
Workshop, man.
Yes, exactly. Workshop. Half-Life 2 still has modding support to this day. Like, there are games that are mods that are being made into retail games under the support of Valve. So why is a game that was founded from that basis have no modding support whatsoever other than custom skins? It blows my mind.
Like, the items are really great, and that's an amazing thing for Workshop, but why not more? Like, open that up.
Absolutely.
Because the community would go crazy for that.
Yeah.
I mean, the community would just go absolutely nuts, making the new modes for you. Like, Valve doesn't have to do any work here. It's kind of like the Compendium, where they just released this awesome thing, and they soaked in millions of dollars, because $250 of it went to the Compendium prize, or to the TI4 prize pool.
The other $750.
Yeah, but the other huge chunk of it went straight into Valve's pockets. So I mean, that's really nice of them to, have this increase the prize pool, and put on this amazing event that they're going to do. But I mean, it would be nice to have a few more, additions.
Where's the rest of our game in this free game that we don't have to pay anything for at all to play 108 characters?
I don't know. I would like to see more.
I don't know. I agree with you, but I'm also with Brian that there is so much to Dota that I will just never uncover, that I can keep learning and discovering and being surprised by what's there on that one map because of those characters, which, by the way, they keep adding more.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the new characters is so much more important to me than new maps.
Yeah, to add on to that, a lot of people will be like, hey, why do you play this game so often? And some games I can be like, oh, like, I played The Last of Us and here's this amazing story.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not getting that from Dota. But, like, it's
okay.
okay.
That lore, though. That sweet comic book shopkeeper lore.
Read Shadowfiend's lore sometime. Dota is just, like, an amazing rule set where almost everything is variable. But, like, there have to be a few fixed things that never change, and that's why I'm okay with the one map. So I don't care about circle maps, ARAM. Like, don't care. Just don't care. But people do, and that's fine.
Yeah. And when it's there, it's great. Like, I will totally mess around and play with that. But that's not why I play Dota at all.
Mm-hmm. I think one of the coolest map modes that I've seen, and then we'll move on, is the deathmatch mode. It's called Arena, I believe, in Smite, and it's just straight up 5v5. You go in and you fight the other team, and there are like minions that are trying to get from
the
one
elements
end.
are still the same. Push, push, push.
Yeah, there's still like teeny push mechanics, but for the most part, it's just a death match in the center of a circle map. And
circle, triangle, I don't care, whatever shapes they got. Whatever they got.
But
they got all sorts
really
of shapes.
Cool.
They got rectangles. They got rhombus.
But I mean, we'll see at least a few new modes entering Dota 2 thanks to the Compendium.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think it's definitely something interesting. It'll be interesting to see what type of maps new upcoming MOBAs have to make in order to appeal to sort of the hardcore Dota fans and people who want, other things. Should they make just one map, or should they make multiple maps? I think Arena of Fate, we only saw the one map.
I think they're doing more.
So, yeah, we'll just have to see. But the last thing that I want to bring up today is our thank you to the fans.
This thing we're doing. You promised this, and now you're delivering.
I
totally forgot.
I'm the best.
I was like, all right, take us out of here. Let's go home.
No. So the last thing I want to mention is just a thank you. We are doing an Orcs Must Die Unchained beta key giveaway.
Yes.
So Mitch, tell us about Orcs Must Die Unchained.
So if you played Orcs Must Die, Orcs Must Die Unchained is the same deal where, it's a co-op game where it is tower defense where you kind of create your own towers. You set traps, spike walls, arrow walls, slime, acid pits.
Like jumper things. What are those
you basically
called?
you put things on the ground and on the wall that hurts other characters. It's great. It's a lot of fun. Orcs Must Die 2 added co-op, and now with Orcs Must Die Unchained, they basically made a MOBA.
It's kind of a MOBA in the sense of Smite, where you're behind your character as a third person.
Yeah, it's just like Orcs Must Die. It's like that third person behind the back, like WoW arena style combat thing.
Mm-hmm.
And now they've added, this wide variety of characters where everybody can still place traps, but they also have their own individual skills that you can then upgrade and complement based on the waves you're sending out. So, I don't know, I played a character who could buff the ogres, so I would invest in ogres as opposed to another kind of creep wave type. Like, you can modify all sorts of things with your creeps and your skills. It's not a straight MOBA, but it is very similar in a lot of ways, both in terms of the characters and you're pushing into another enemy's base to attack it. If you've played, what is it called, Monday Night Combat, it's kind of similar to that with more aggressive elements because of the traps. The game is rad. We played it at PAX. We had so much fun.
Yeah.
Greg, Damon, and I played, and even Greg and Damon were like, that was like surprisingly great.
Well, if they like it, then our viewers must like it. So, I mean, as a big thank you, we want to say thank you for subscribing to IGN Arena. So, if you do subscribe and comment on this video, we'll be picking some winners at random, and we'll give you guys some codes so that you can play in the closed beta of Orcs Must Die Unchained. So, thank you guys for watching. If you aren't subscribed, please do so. You can do that at youtube.com/IGN Arena, and that will do it for us this week.
Thanks, Leah.
Yeah. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.